Good morning, students. Today we will start a new chapter from English grammar that deals with adjectives. So, in this video, we will learn what is adjectives and the types of adjectives and its various uses. So, let's get started. Adjectives. So, what is adjectives? Adjectives are those words that or which describes nouns or pronouns. Or adjective is the word used to add something to the meaning of a noun. So let's learn from the example. So for example, good, black, many, few, big, break, etc. Okay, and from the sentences, let's example is black car. So the word black is describing car. So the color of the car is black. So there is a black car. So by this sentence, we understand or you will understand that the color of the car is black. So this black word is describing car. So that's why this black is adjectives. Okay, here we come to the next example, that is good boy. Okay, here good is an adjectives and boy is noun. So he is a good boy. So the good is describing the boy, the character of the boy. That's why the good will be an adjectives. Okay, moving on, next we have types of adjectives. So there are 8 types of adjectives, that is number 1, adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, adjectives of number, demonstrative adjectives, interrogative adjectives, distributive adjectives, proper adjectives, possessive adjectives. The first type of adjective is adjectives of quality. So the word that describes quality of noun or pronoun are known as adjectives of quality. For example, hot, use, open, good, bad, black, hungry, etc. So let's learn with the sentences. So hot sun burnt our skin. So here the hot is describing the sun. Okay, that's why the hot is the quality of adjectives. So the sun is hot. Okay, next is a used car stopped outside my house. So by this sentence you will come to understand that the size of the car is used. That's why it is also describing the quality of the car. So the car is used. That's why it is the example of adjectives of quality. Okay, next example here you can see is he is a clever boy. So here the clever word clever is describing the quality of a boy. That's why the clever is the quality of adjectives. Okay, I saw a hungry dog. So here you can the hungry describes the quality of a dog. That's why the hungry is the quality of an adjectives. Okay. So next type of adjectives is adjectives of quantity. As by the word quantity, you will understand that the quantity means how much. Okay, so the word which describes the quantity of a noun or a pronoun are known as the adjectives of quantity. Okay, or the adjective of quantity tells us how much of something there is. Okay, so they are used with uncountable nouns. So they are used with uncountable nouns. So for example, some, little, all, whole, double, few, half, any, etc. are all the example of adjectives of quantity. So by the sentence, there is some coffee in the jar. So the word some is describing the quantity of coffee in the jar. That's why the sum is the example of quantity. So here the next example is there is little food in the fridge. Here the word little describes how much the food is there in the fridge. Okay, that's why this little will is will be the example of quantity. Number third type of adjectives is adjectives of number. So the word which express the exact number of nouns or pronouns and their position or place in certain order is called the adjectives of number. Or you can say the adjectives of number tells us how many persons, animals or things are there. They also tell us about the position of a noun in a series. Okay, they are used with countable nouns. So these adjectives of numbers are only used with the countable nouns. Like for examples of adjectives of number are first, second, third, fourth, and so on, and each, no, several, all, some, etc. are all examples of adjectives of number. Okay, so let's learn with the sentences given out here. There are several roses on the bush. So several here is the roses, is the adjectives of number, because several describes the number of roses in the bush. Okay, that's why this is the example of adjectives of number. So five cats ran into the backyard. So here number 5 describes the number of cats that run into the backyard. So the 5 will be the example of adjectives of number. Next, the second car in a row is mine. So here the word second describes or tells that the car which is in the second row is mine. That's why this word is describing the the car. Okay, that's why it is the example of adjectives of number. Okay, the next fourth type of adjectives is demonstrative adjectives. So which, okay, the words that are used to point out specific person or thing are called demonstrative adjectives. So the word that points out specific person or thing is called demonstrative adjectives. For example, this, that, these, those, later, former, such, etc. Okay, so let's understand with the example given out here. So this egg is rotten. Okay, so this egg, by this sentence you will understand that this, by pointing to the egg, someone is saying this egg is rotten. So the person is pointing to something, okay, or and saying that the thing is rotten. Okay, here this egg is rotten. Okay, means the egg is rotten. Okay, so that tree has shed all its leaves. So the person who is telling this sentence is pointing the thing which is far from him and telling that the tree has shed all its leaves. Okay, so here you have to use this, that, and those and these in such a way that this and that are used for singular nouns only. Okay, this and that are used for singular noun only. That means this and that are used for only the single thing. Okay, and whereas those and these are used for plural nouns. So those and these are used for the things which are more than one or two. Okay, so next type of adjectives is possessive adjectives. So possessive adjective shows ownership or relationship between two nouns. Okay, so it shows relationship between the two nouns. A possessive adjectives answer the question whose. Okay, for example, you, my, her, its, etc. So so let's learn with the sentences given out here. So is this your book? So here in this sentence it is showing a relationship between the book and the person. That's why in this sentence here is the possessive adjective. Next example is she is my friend. So here in this sentence she is showing ownership or relationship between the two nouns. That's why the next type of adjectives is interrogative adjectives. Interrogative adjectives are used to ask questions. So examples are which, what, and whose. So let's learn with some more examples given out here. Whose bag is this? So this is a question. Okay, whose bag is this? So someone is saying whose bag is this? Okay. Next example is what problems are you facing in this chapter? So this is here what is asking question. So that's why the what is your interrogative adjectives. Okay, which house is hers? That's why here in this example in this sentence also which is asking question. So that's why this which is interrogating something, or that's why which will also be an interrogative adjective. Okay, stay home, stay safe, and keep learning. Thank you for watching this video. So, my dear students, as I've told you earlier, that there are 8 types of adjectives, but here in this video, we have learned or I have discussed only about 5 types of adjectives, because only 5 types of adjectives are given in your book. So you will get to learn more about the adjectives in the higher classes. So with that, we have covered this chapter adjectives, and as a home assignment, it will be uploaded in your group.